Welcome back to our program for the English language for today. We have a lot to introduce together, but let me please welcome Mrs. Behaء. She's going to be with us for today. Hello, Wujérmين.
Thank you, Ms. Caroline. Dear students, welcome to a new episode to the English program. Welcome, and we are going today to discuss new interesting events that are going to happen in Chapter 5, Prisoner of Zenda. Let's go together. Summary of Chapter 5.
Rudolf Rassendyll wasn't sorry to say goodbye to Michael and his men, but he was sad to say goodbye to Princess Flavia.
The princess told Rudolf Rassendyll to be careful, as his life meant a lot to the people of Ruritania.
Rudolf Rassendyll had never liked responsibilities. After he had become king, he had many responsibilities.
He remembered Rose's words that a position in society brought with it responsibilities.
He had always wanted to have a quiet life. He wasn't used to hard work.
Almost nobody noticed that Rudolf Rassendyll was not the real king, because he looked so like the king, and he was very good at pretending that he had forgotten rules or people he had met them.
One day, Sapt brought him a letter from Antoinette de Mauban and told him that the king was at the castle of Zenda.
3 of Michael's 6 men were guarding the king at the castle.
The drawbridge was nearly always kept up, and nobody was allowed into the building without Michael's or Rupert's permission.
Rudolf Rassendyll wanted to go to Zenda to rescue the king. Sapt warned him that if he went there, he would probably be killed by Michael's men. Rudolf's life was in danger. So Sapt ordered 6 men to follow him whenever he went.
In her letter to Rudolf Rassendyll, Antoinette asked him to meet her at the summer house as she wanted to tell him something very important about his life.
She asked him to come alone. She told him that if he didn't come, his life would be in danger.
At first, Rudolf Rassendyll and Sapt believed that the letter was written by Michael to trap Rudolf Rassendyll.
Antoinette came to Ruritania as a guest of Michael. At last, Rudolf Rassendyll decided to go to the summer house as he believed that Antoinette might have information about Michael and the king.
Sapt did not want Rudolf Rassendyll to go there.
Rudolf Rassendyll and Sapt went to the summer house.
Sapt waited outside the gate and Rudolf Rassendyll went into the house.
Antoinette told Rudolf Rassendyll about Michael's plan to kill him.
Michael planned to kill Rudolf Rassendyll and take his body into the old town.
The body would be found and Michael would arrest Colonel Sapt and Captain Fritz for murdering Rudolf Rassendyll.
Then a messenger would be sent to Zenda and the real king would be murdered too.
The Duke would then become king.
Antoinette said that she wanted to help Rudolf Rassendyll because she didn't want to see people being killed.
The Duke would then become king.
Then a messenger would be sent to Zenda and the real king would be murdered too.
The body would be found and Michael would arrest Colonel Sapt and Captain Fritz for murdering Rudolf Rassendyll.
Michael planned to kill Rudolf Rassendyll and take his body into the old town.
Antoinette told Rudolf Rassendyll about Michael's plan to kill him.
Sapt waited outside the gate and Rudolf Rassendyll went into the house. Antoinette believed that Rudolf Rassendyll was never safe in the capital.
Michael's men were waiting for a chance to kill Rudolph Rassendyll.
Suddenly, Michael's men arrived. One of Michael's men, Detcherd, offered Rudolph Rassendyll a safe journey to the border and 50,000 English pounds.
Rudolph Rassendyll believed it was a trick to kill him. He pretended that he had accepted the offer.
He asked Detcherd to open the door from the outside.
Rudolph Rassendyll held an iron table in front of him to defend himself against the bullets Michael's men fired at him.
Rudolph Rassendyll and Michael's men fell down the steps.
Rudolph Rassendyll managed to get up fastest and run away, firing his gun behind him and injuring Detcherd's arm.
In this chapter, as you can see, the plan. Antoinette de Mauban, she's the lady, الست اللي كانت موجودة in zenda, and she was the woman who loved Michael, Duke Michael. This lady, الست دي, she didn't like anybody to be killed. وهي كانت عارفة إن Duke Michael was planning to kill Rudolph Rassendyll. She wanted to do something about it. عايز تعمل حاجة بالموضوع ده لأنه كانت عارفة إنه if Duke Michael killed the king, definitely he's going to be the king. ما كانتش دي المشكلة. But the problem was that he was going to marry Princess Flavia, his cousin. وعشان كده because she loved him, she was trying as much as she can إن هي to get the king out. And then Rudolph Rassendyll started to listen to the plan and he started to hear what she was doing. After that, she told him that Michael is planning to kill him and she started to give him the plan. ابتدى ديوك مايكل يقرر إنه هو يعمل بلان علشان يقتله وابتدى يستعان بالناس بتوعه. واحد منهم اسمه داتشرد من الناس اللي كانوا موجودين من الجنود بتوعه حب يعرض اوفر على رودولف راسندل وقال له انه انا عندي استعداد ان انا اوصلك للجيت واخليك تعدي البوردرز وكمان تاخد 50,000 باوندز وتمشي من البلد.
بس طبعا
ميرسي ثانك يو فيري ماتش مدام جيرمان.
بس طبعا رودولف was paying attention انه دي ممكن تكون تريك واخد باله وطلب من ديتشر طلب غريب. قال له اوكي انا عاوزك تفتح الباب بتاع السمر هاوس ده من بره واستعان بايرون تيبل ترابيزه من الحديد علشان يستعملها كدرع يحمي بيه نفسه ضد البولتس ضد الرصاص اللي كان ديتشارد والاذر مان بيقتلوه بيه لكن هو حمى نفسه وقدر ان هو يصيب ديتشارد في دراعه. وطبعا لازم نخلي بالنا انه رودولف قبل ما يروح السمر هاوس كان في قلق كبير جدا من كولونيل سابت وكابتن فريتز ان هو يروح لانه هم ما كانوش عارفين هل دي خدعه من بلاك مايكل ولا فعلا الجواب ده كانت انطوانيت دي موبان هي اللي كانت كاتباه بنفسها. وهم طبعا كانوا حريصين جدا على سلامه رودولف لان سلامته وبقائه حي بتعني سلامه الملك اللي محبوس في زندا وبقائه حي برضه.
Now we are going to have some more questions about the chapter, so please be prepared with the questions. We're going also to follow the questions with some answers, so please be ready. Let's start.
Answer the following questions. Why did Princess Flavia advise King Rassendyll to be careful at the end of his visit to her?
She did so because she knew that the king was in danger, because Duke Michael wanted to take the crown. Michael might try to kill the king.
What responsibilities did Rudolph Rassendyll have as a king?
He had to meet very important people and hold important meetings. He had to sign very important documents. He had to care about the poor people in his country.
Why did Rudolph Rassendyll sometimes make big mistakes as a king?
He sometimes made so because he wasn't the real king. He was just pretending to be the king and he didn't know the rules.
طبعا دي من المواقف الكوميدية أو الفكاهية اللي في الستوري إنه ممكن يسلم على ناس، ممكن يكونوا ambassadors، ممكن يكونوا ministers موجودين في الحكومة بتاعته.
وده كان جزء كمان من
بالزبط.
اللي كان بيحصل، انه كان تحصل situations كتير، واللي خلى فلافيا ان هي to feel انه something is different about Rudolph.
بالظبط،
some
شك
of the
فيه.
situations ان حست he's more serious, he's acting in a different way، وده اللي حسسها شوية ان he is not the same guy that she knew.
بالظبط. How would Rudolph Rassendyll's growing popularity with the people of Ruritania help him?
His growing popularity would make people forgive his occasional bad decisions.
When did Rudolph Rassendyll realize that Rose Rassendyll was right when she said that a position in society brings with it responsibility?
He realized she was right when he became the king of Ruritania. He realized that he had many responsibilities as a king.
What important news did Sab tell Rudolph Rassendyll about the king? How did he know such news?
He told him that the king was at the castle of Zenda. He asked where the rest of the 6 men were and found out that they were at the castle guarding the king.
Why was the drawbridge at the castle nearly always kept up?
The drawbridge was nearly always kept up to prevent anyone from entering the castle.
طبعا احنا عارفين انه الدروبريدج ده عبارة عن كوبري بيتفتح بسلسلة، وهو المدخل الوحيد والمخرج الوحيد من الكاسل. الكاسل محصنة ومؤمنة كويس جدا، عشان كده مايكل اختارها تكون هي السجن لكينج رودولف. الكاسل محاطة بموت زي مية كده، زي بحيرة، فصعب جدا اختراق البريدج ده. الوحيد اللي كان مسموح له انه يدي اوامر انه يفتح البريدج ده ويقفله يا اما بلاك مايكل شخصيا، او تيجي الاوامر من روبرت المساعد بتاعه. طبعا المكان ده صعب جدا ان اي حد يدخله، وكان مايكل عارف كويس قوي ازاي ان هو يتخلص من البادي بتاع الكينج في حالة ان هو حصل اي اختراق، او ان الدروبريدج ده اتفتح لأي سبب من الأسباب بالقوة. let's continue the questions. Who were the only 2 people who can give permission to anyone to go into the building? والbuilding هنا نقصد بيه الكاسل.
They were Duke Michael and Rupert Henzel.
Why did Sab do to protect Rudolph Rassendyll from Michael and his men?
He ordered 6 men to follow him wherever he went in the capital.
Why did Antoinette de Maubin ask Rudolph Rassendyll to do in her letter?
She asked him to come to the summer house because she wanted to tell him something very important about his life.
Why didn't Colonel Sapt want Rudolph Rassendyll to go to the summer house?
He thought that the letter Rudolph Rassendyll received from Antoinette de Maubin was actually written by Michael, and that there was a trap to kill Rudolph Rassendyll.
Why did Rudolph Rassendyll insist on going to the summer house to meet Antoinette de Maubin?
He believed that she had information about Michael. He thought that every day they left the king imprisoned, there was more danger.
How could Rudolph Rassendyll reach the summer house where Antoinette de Maubin was staying?
He followed the directions given in the letter.
What was Duke Michael's plan to trap and kill Rudolph Rassendyll?
He ordered Antoinette de Maubin to write a letter to Rassendyll asking him to meet her at the summer house. Michael planned to send 3 of his men to kill Rassendyll there. هنا طبعا لازم نكون عارفين البلان اللي ديوك مايكل decided ان هو يعملها علشان to kill Rudolph Rassendyll. Part of the plan كانت أنطوانيت دو موبان. الطلب من أنطوانيت دو موبان ان هي to write a letter to Rudolph Rassendyll، تكتب له جواب وتطلب منه يروح السمر هاوس علشان هناك هتقول له ان في مشكله وفي خطر على حياته، وبالطريقه دي تحاول تنقذه. رودولف رازندل كان مصمم ان هو يروح للسمر هاوس عشان عايز يعرف ايه البلان بتاع ديوك مايكل. ان اديشن عارف انه طول ما الكينج موجود في الكاسل ومحبوس هناك كل يوم بيعدي اتس اكشولي مور دينجر عليه وخطر عليه. كولونيل سابت and فريدز كانوا عارفين انه this is one of the plans of مايكل علشان to trap the king، وبالتالي حاولوا يمنعوه تماما ان هو يروح، ولكن هو صمم ان هو يروح ويقابل أنطوانيت دو موبان. واللي كانت النتيجه من ده اللي احنا هنشوفه بعد شويه انه ديوك مايكل he had planned وقرر وعمل البلان بتاعته انه 6 men من الرجاله بتوعه هيروحوا and they are going to attack رودولف رازندايل at the place. تعالوا نكمل الكويستشنز ونشوف what's happening next about the plan of Duke Michael to trap رودولف رازندايل.
هي برضو في آخر لحظة حاولت إن هي تحذر رودولف وتقول له في اللحظة الأخيرة الحق يعني انفد بجلدك.
هي she loved مايكل actually. هي بتعمل كده لأن هي بتحب مايكل وعارفة إنه لو مايكل بقى الديوك خلاص من هنا
هي مش هتقدر تتجوزه طبعا.
وبالتالي كان part of it her love to Michael that she wanted to marry.
Yes, exactly. According to Antoinette de Maubin, why did she want to help Razendale?
She said she didn't like to see people being killed.
If Rudolf Razendale was killed, who would be accused of murdering him?
Colonel Sapt and Fritz would be accused of murdering him.
What was Duke Michael's men's generous offer to Rudolf Razendale in order to leave Ruritania?
They offered him a safe journey to the border and 1,000 English pounds.
Why didn't Rudolf Razendale accept the offer made by Michael's men?
He didn't accept the offer because he didn't trust them at all. He knew it was a trap to kill him. خدعة طبعا عشان يقتلوه.
How did Rudolf Razendale manage to escape from the summer house?
He used an iron table to protect himself from the gunshots of Michael's men. He climbed the ladder over the wall and ran out of the house. Sapt was waiting for him. They jumped on their horses and rode back to the palace. السؤال ده مهم جدا علشان من الأسئلة الكتير اللي بتيجي في الامتحان.
Read the quotations and answer the questions. Here is a letter for you. From the writing, I think it's from a woman. I also have some important news. Who said this to whom?
Sapt said this to Rudolf Razendale.
Who sent that letter?
Antoinette de Maubin sent that letter.
What was the important news the speaker had?
The important news was that the king, Rudolf Elfberg, was at the castle of Zenda, الكينج الحقيقي, where he was guarded by 3 of Michael's men.
Tell me, why is it that wherever I go in the capital, I am followed by 6 people? Who said this to whom?
Rudolf Razendale said this to Sapt.
Where was this said?
This was said at the royal palace.
Why was the speaker followed by 6 men?
To protect him from Duke Michael and his men who wanted to kill him.
It would be very useful for Michael if you disappeared. And if you disappear, the game is over. Who said this to whom?
Sapt said this to Rudolf Razendale.
Why would it be useful for Michael if that person disappeared?
It would be useful because Michael would have the chance to take the crown after getting rid of the king.
How did the speaker try to help the addressed person?
He had 6 men follow Razendale wherever he went in the capital.
If the king wants to know something important, please do what I ask. Who said this to whom?
Antoinette de Mauban said this in her letter to Rudolf Rassendyll.
What did the speaker ask the addressed person to do and why?
She asked him to go to a summer house alone because she wanted to tell him something very important.
What would happen if the addressed person didn't do what the speaker asked?
His life would be in danger.
Ask him what woman has been a guest of the Duke. Ask if her name begins with A. Who said this to whom?
Antoinette de Mauban said this in her letter to Rudolf Rassendyll.
Who does the pronoun him refer to?
It refers to Colonel Sapt.
Why was the addressed person suspicious of what the speaker said?
He thought that the person who wrote the letter was Duke Michael and not Antoinette de Mauban. He believed that Michael wanted to trap him.
Perhaps she would be useful if she had information about Michael. However, I believe that Michael wrote that letter. Who said this to whom?
Sapt said this to Rudolf Rassendyll.
Which letter is the speaker talking about?
He's talking about the letter that Antoinette de Mauban sent to Rudolf Rassendyll. She asked him to come to her house to tell him something very important.
Why did the speaker suspect that Michael wrote that letter?
Michael held the king prisoner. He wanted to trap Rudolf Rassendyll and kill him to take the crown.
Every day we leave the king imprisoned, there is more danger. We must move quickly. Who said this to whom?
Rudolf Rassendyll said this to Sapt.
Where and why was the king imprisoned?
He was imprisoned at the castle of Zenda. Duke Michael kidnapped him and held him prisoner because he wanted to be the new king.
What would happen to the king if they didn't move quickly?
Duke Michael would kill the king.
Listen, I know who you are, and I know you are not the king. Who said this to whom?
Antoinette de Mauban said this to Rudolf Rassendyll.
Where and when was this said?
This was said at Antoinette de Mauban's house when Rudolf Rassendyll went there after receiving a letter from her asking him to come to her house.
Who was the real king and where was he at that time?
Rudolf Elberg was the real king and he was held prisoner at the castle of Zenda.
The plan is to kill you and to take your body into the old town. Who said this to whom?
Antoinette de Mauban said this to Rudolf Rassendyll.
Who was going to kill that person and why?
Duke Michael was going to kill Rudolf Rassendyll because he wanted to take the crown.
Why would they take that person's body into the old town?
The body would be found there, and Michael planned to arrest Colonel Sapt and Captain Fritz for murdering Rudolf Rassendyll.
We want to make you an offer. Will you let us in? We can offer you a safe journey to the border and 50,000 English pounds. Who said this to whom?
One of Michael's 6 men said this to Rudolf Rassendyll.
Why did Michael make this offer to Rudolf Rassendyll?
Rudolf Rassendyll was pretending to be the king, and the real king was held prisoner. Michael wanted to get rid of both of them in order to get the crown.
قبل ما نسيب السؤال ده عاوزة ألفت نظركم لحاجة انه رودولف رازنديل was a man of honor، يعني راجل عنده شرف. فهو كان ممكن لو اي حد تاني في البوزيشن بتاعه كان ممكن بسهوله يقبل الاوفر ده، ومش مشكله الكينج ولا اي حاجه بتحصل في روريتانيا، هي مش اساسا بلده يعني. لكن رودولف as a man of honor كان حريص جدا على حياه الكينج، لانه اعتبرها امانه، واعتبرها نوع من انواع التضحيه، ان هو ممكن يخاطر بحياته في سبيل ان هو يحافظ على العرش بتاع الكينج، وان هو يحافظ على شرفه وامانته قدام نفسه وقدام الناس.
وعشان كده ده كان جزء كبير من البلان اللي كان هيكملها، انه ما كانش بس فكرته انه الكينج يعيش او ان هو يخرج من الدينجر اللي كان فيه، كانت مهمته انه يحس انه يحسن صوره الملك قدام البلد، كان مهمته انه يخلي باله من الشعب وانه يهتم بامور الشعب، وده اللي كان مخلي صورته حتى ايفن بالنسبه لفلافيا كانت هي حست ان هي قدام شخص فيري سيريس غير الملك اللي كانت متعوده عليه، حست ان شخص مهتم جدا بامور البلد غير ما كان الملك قبل كده، حست ان هو بني ادم كتير مختلف، وده اللي خلاها فعلا تحبه. وفي الفتره دي حست انه فعلا شي لافز كينج رودولف، وابتدت تحس ان هو شخص مختلف. وده اللي هيخلينا بنقول في الستوري بتاعتنا انه رودولف رازنديل زي ما مس جيرمان قالت انه he's a man of honor, a man of dignity، اهتم بالكرامه والشرف، المهنه اللي هو حتى لم يمتهنها كحقيقه، ولكن اهتم بيها قصاد ان هو مجرد يهرب او يسيب البلد ويهرب ويمشي وياخد الفلوس اللي هو ممكن كان ياخدها.
وقبل ان هو يروح يقابل انطوانيت دي موبان ويخاطر بحياته
بالظبط،
يعني قال انا مش مشكله اعمل اي بلان في سبيل ان احنا to save the king.
That's exactly. Let's continue the questions.
Did the addressed person accept the offer? What happened after that?
He pretended that he had accepted the offer. He asked one of Michael's 6 men to open the door. He used an iron table to protect himself as Michael's men fired their guns at him, and he managed to escape. By this question, dear students, we have come to the end of our episode today. We hope that you have enjoyed your episode today with us and waiting for you next time with more stuff to give.
Dear students, hope you have enjoyed our episode for today, and I would like you to revise and read this chapter again and recap again on the main events and main points that we have discussed today. See you next time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.